What is up, guys, and welcome to it potentially could be a series, but it's more of a react to this video. This is a video that I want to see some responses from. And anyone watching this video, I need you guys to help me out by picking out the next game I'm going to be playing on the channel. Now, for now, it's going to have to be games that I currently own or games I can stream from one of my services. But you guys are going to be the ones deciding what I do. Because right now, the way I'm doing is I'm playing 4 different games back to back. Technically, I'm playing the same game on 2 of them, but one of those isn't really a series. More so that it's more of a situation where I'm just playing it for fun. So it's going to be replaced. It's a temporary thing. And that's the spaced out, just I don't give a crap sort of playthrough. But I need to decide what I'm going to do for my next game. Now, there are some games I'm planning on buying to do on the channel, but for now, I need you guys to help me pick out what I am going to play. So I've got a load of games already on Steam. Let's see, we got first-person shooters, which, I'll be honest, not a huge fan of first-person shooters. At least I haven't found a good one in a while. But I've got the Borderlands collection. I've got Left 4 Dead 1 and 2, Evolve Stage 2. I've never actually sat down and played it. It took me forever to get a computer that could actually play the game, and by the time I did, the people that wanted me to play it with them quit playing it. Like, I literally loaded it for like 13 total minutes. I don't even know what the game's actually about. Dirty Bomb, I played a little bit of. It's kind of a first-person shooter sort of multiplayer game. Then I have a bunch of adventure games in here. I got Korma, which is a very early alpha survival game that they've been working on for a while. I could pull that up and do a playthrough on it. I have Creativerse, which I'm not a huge fan of. I mean, I'd play it if you guys really wanted to look into it. Got Human Fall Flat, which I've done loads on the channel. Every time I get on here, they've got a new level added. Like, they've been adding more and more levels. Like, Red Rock, that's a new level. That's interesting. I could do a Monster Hunter World Series. I've played it on the channel before, not extensively, but if you guys want to see it, I am fully okay with. Oh, it looks like they released Monster Hunter Rise for the PC too. So if you guys wanted to, I could get Monster Hunter Rise on the PC eventually and play it on here. I have the Oddworld games, all of those. Munch's Odyssey and Stranger's Wrath are both really good games. These ones are both side scrollers. Not a huge fan of those, but they're a fun game nonetheless, and I'd be willing to play them if you guys wanted to see them. Got Planet Side, Planet Side 2, Portal 1 and 2, which I've played pretty extensively on the channel. You guys can be sure to check that out. In fact, one of my favorite series I ever played was the co-op mode on Portal 2 with my wife's sister. And that was like a whole fun thing. I love playing the Turmoil games. I've thought about getting back into it, but I don't think anyone's really wanting to watch that. But if you guys say you are, I'd be glad to bring it up. As I go. I've also got the Brawl of Ages and Minion Master games. That's more of a multiplayer game, but that's my style of gameplay, the whole strategy-based game. That's my kind of thing. There's also Civilization. I have a bunch of the Civilization games. I know there'd be a very specific clientele that would want to see these, but if you guys wanted to watch me play Civilization, I would gladly do so. I enjoy the Civilization games tremendously. Let's see here. I'd be willing to give Brawlhalla a chance. I've always been good at Smash Brothers, and I used to compete in tournaments in Smash Brothers, and this is a similar style gameplay, but I'd have to get really good at the controls. Castle Crashers obviously is a game I could play. I have Gang Beast. These are mostly like 2-player or more sort of games, but I could play them. Then I could also consider getting into an MMO. If it's a free-to-play MMO, I can go ahead and download it and play it. Otherwise, I can play one of the ones I already got here. I got ArcAge, which I put a lot of hours at, 215 hours into it. I enjoyed this game. I played through the entire story mode. I can't even remember what kind of player I chose. And then I started doing a lot of the trade routes and stuff like that, but it was very limited on what you could do with the. Like, I got to where I made a shitload of in-game currency, and then it turned out you couldn't use the in-game currency for jack shit. So it was a big waste of my time. Got a few multiplayer games on here. Not too keen on playing most of these. I've played Depth quite a bit. Tried to play this a little bit. It didn't work out because of my computer that I was playing with at the time. Haven't really tried it since. Um, Never Again. So these are games I do not want to play. I'd gladly try getting over it again, but I know it just infuriate me beyond all belief. But the rest of these, I'm definitely not going to play. Hand Simulator and Surgeon Simulator are games that I would probably want a VR setup before I tried to play. Randomized. Now, most of these I've never even turned on, honestly. I tried the Forest, Dinosaur Hunt here. I put about an hour into it. It's an interesting little game. It kind of feels like Turok, except without the decent adventure mode. Deceit is a game that I was recommended to play. I can't remember most of the beginning of it, but it seems like a pretty interesting like horror style game. Stellar Overlord was another game that I bought, or was it free? I don't remember. Huh? I actually don't remember this game. Very Minecraft-esque spacey themed game. Huh. Well, if you guys want to see this game, let me know. We can try it out. Then I had 3 of the Resident Evil games. I can also play Resident Evil 7 through the Ultimate Game Pass. I've already played every single one of these except for 6 on the channel. I played 5 on the channel with my wife. I played 4 by myself. I played 7 all the way through on the Xbox version. I think I even played it on the Xbox. And I'm wanting to get 8 and play it on the channel. And if I get enough people requesting me to play 8, I will try to speed up the progress of getting it. But I have to know there's interest there, you know what I'm saying? And then survival games, which most of these games I put quite a bit of time in. 7 Days to Die. Weird. I could have swore I put more time into that. 7 Days to Die is a really fun crafting survival game where you have to worry about zombies on the way. They've done some serious updates on it here recently that would be really nice to check out. Ark. As you can tell, I put almost 1,000 hours into this game. But I'd be willing to play this if you guys wanted to see that. I'd probably install a couple mods, though. Survival of the Fittest. I mean, not a whole lot of people even do anything with this anymore. When was the last actual update on this? It doesn't even say because I don't think there has been. Dead by Daylight's a good multiplayer game, but I don't have a whole lot of people to game out with on that. Dead Rising 3. Fallout 4. It says I played for 3 hours. Not really all that much time, honestly, because a game like this, you can put probably a good 100 to 200 hours in before you can complete the primary story mode. But I've considered getting into this, and if enough people want to see it, I'd be willing to start playing it on the channel. But I have to see and any of these, if there's any of these games you guys have seen in my playlist here that you'd like to see, please leave a note down in the comment. Just say, don't even have to say anything, just say the name of the game you want to see me play the most, and I would definitely consider it. Even if there's only one vote for it, I'd consider playing it just so I know that there's somebody interested in one of the games that I've got available that you guys want to see. The Forest is another good crafting survival game. I've never played the story all the way through, so that would be a fun experience. I would much rather play The Forest on 2-player, but I'd be willing to play it. I could put a bunch of time in No Man's Sky as well. That is an option. I think I have No Man's... I didn't realize I had the Steam version. I have No Man's Sky on the Xbox version already installed on here, I think. Yeah, I had the Xbox version installed. Well, I'd want to install that version now that I know about it. Osiris is another space-based exploration game. Really difficult game. I'm going to be honest. The first time I played it, I had no trouble, but recently I tried to play it again, and oh my god, it was so hard. Oxygen Not Included is obviously a game we're already playing. PixARK is like Minecraft and Ark together. I haven't played this game extensively, but I would definitely be willing to if you guys wanted to see that. Raft is another fun survival game we could play on the channel. I think I've done a couple of partial series of it on the channel. And then I still need to go back and play Subnautica Below Zero and finish Subnautica. I may have like a series where I just finish both of these back to back. If you guys wanted to see it, I just need to know. I need you guys to let me know what you'd like to see on the channel. And then I actually have this new game that I was supposed to start playing with a buddy of mine, but our schedules never line up. Hopefully, eventually, we get something figured out where we have to record at a specific day at a specific time. But until that point, I gotta figure it out. Craptopia. This is a fun Zelda-like crafting survival game. They've updated a lot, and this would be a fun game to play. It's very Breath of the Wild esque in how it's played. Just not quite as good as Breath of the Wild. There's a lot of things that would need to be tweaked, fixed up first. Grounded is another fun crafting survival game I haven't played in a while. Looks like they had a big update back in February. This would be a fun. You're shrunk down to ant size, and you're supposed to explore the backyard. Kerbal Space Program. I've put a little bit of time in this game learning how to play it. Not a whole lot though. A little over like an hour to hour and a half, and it's a fun game. I would love to play this game and actually learn how to play it before they finish releasing the second one, or before I get the second one if it is already released. Super Hot's a fun game I've played on the channel. I've played both of them on the channel, I believe. And Terra is actually a game I installed but never actually played. It seems like a fun MMO style game. Anyway, that's my games on Steam. Obviously, I'd be willing to buy more games. It would have to be something I'd have to get in the future. If you guys have any suggestions for games you'd like to see me buy for the channel and play, please leave a comment. I'm telling you, leave a comment. That's what this video is for. I need comments on this video. Nobody ever responds to my videos. Nobody ever says anything. I'm tired of it. Say something. I need some information. But that's the games I can play out of my Steam library. Let me go ahead and bring up the Xbox Game Pass library here. Yeah, this one. These are games I have installed right now. I stopped playing Superliminal on the channel because it just was not getting any feedback. I also could start a series on Slime Rancher. I had that on here. I thought I had the PC version, but I don't think so. I also could start a series on this. This is called Nobody Saves the World. And your character is called a nobody. That's why it's called Nobody Saves the World. And he can transform into creatures as he levels up and stuff like that. That's a fun game. We're already doing Trail Makers on the channel. We're over halfway through the story mode. I also have the Bedrock edition of Minecraft installed on here. But if we click on Game Pass here and see all PC games, we can scroll through here. I'm not familiar with all these games, but there's quite a few in here. Age of Empires has always been a game I've considered playing. It's very Civilization-esque. Among Us is a fun game, but you have to do it in a group of people. Otherwise, it's just not all that fun. Obviously, Ark is in here. Astroneer was a game I started on the channel. I don't know how people felt about it, but if you guys wanted to see me play Astroneer, I'd be willing to. I've already got that on PC, on Steam. Like I said, I'm not familiar with a lot of these. Conan Exiles, I've heard a lot of good things. I'd like to get the the Steam version for it. Cluster Truck is also another fun game we could play on the channel if you guys wanted to see it. I'm not familiar with a lot of these games, but if you guys see a game in here you'd like to see me play, be sure to just leave a comment down below. I've also had a request from a friend, I think, to play the Dead Space games, all three of them. So they're all in here if somebody wanted to see me play Dead Space. Destroy All Humans, the remake. I'd be willing to play that as well because that's something I've considered doing. It is an adult game, so you would have to make sure you understand that there's probably going to be a lot of cursing and violence. Not that I tried to filter that out in my channel anyway. I don't know what this is, but it looks kind of interesting. Let's see. Like I said, I'm not super familiar with a lot of these games. I already have Fallout 4 on Steam, but all the Fallout games are on here. Okay, it looks like a couple of the Final Fantasy games are on here. The Forza games are on here, 4 and 5. I've never played the Forza games, but if you guys wanted to see it, I'd be willing to play it. Let's see, Grounded's on here. I already have that on Steam. All the Halo games are on here too, if you guys wanted to see me play some Halo campaigns. I considered playing this game too, I Am Fish. So if you guys wanted to see that, let me know. Huh. Not a huge fan of the Injustice games. I've been playing It Takes Two with my wife on Xbox, but if you guys wanted to see me play it on the channel, I could see about finding somebody that could play it with me. Problem is there's not a lot of available people from 9 o'clock to 5 a.m. to play games. Let's see. Not seeing a whole lot in here worth playing. My friend Pedro is a cute game, so if you guys wanted to see it, I'd play it. It's kind of a hard game to describe, though. Plants vs. Zombies games are on here, so if you guys wanted to see me play any of those, the original Plants vs. Zombies, Garden Warfare, Battle for the Neighborhood, Garden Warfare 2. All the Quake games are on here. Rage 2 is on here. Resident Evil 7, like I said. Wish Resident Evil 8 was on here. I'd be playing that shit so fast. I've considered playing this game. It seems like a very heavy duty, like, shooter game against, like, mutant dinosaurs. Spores on here, so if you guys wanted to see that, I could play it. It's a fun evolution-based game about alien evolutions. Volta Subnauticas are on here too. Oh, I've heard a lot of good games about Stellaris as well. I believe it's a space exploration game, but the entire time you're in your spaceship, so it'd be something you guys would have to be willing to watch if I was going to play it. All the Elder Scroll games, all three of them, Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim on here, so I could play any of those if you guys wanted to. I could play the Outer Worlds. I'm not a huge fan of it. It's very Fallout-esque with space involved, but I'd be willing to play it if you guys really wanted to see it. Tabs is a fun game. Totally accurate battle simulator. Let's see. Unravel 1 and 2 is both on here. I'd be willing to play those on the channel. Worms. And I think that's pretty much the end of it. So yeah, that's the playlist for the Xbox. And then we also have the Epic Games Launcher, which I've only got like 1 or 2 games on it anyway. Wait, Genshin Impact got moved to this launcher? Say what? Interesting. Didn't know that. But yeah, I have Satisfactory on here. I bought it on here before it got put on Steam too. Otherwise, I probably would have just bought it on there. But if you guys want to see me play Satisfactory, I'd gladly do so. I think I have it installed already. It's a fun survival game with a lot of automation involved. It's like modded Minecraft for me. So it's a fun game, and they've updated a lot since I played it regularly. So if you guys wanted to see it on the channel, just let me know and I'll do it. So yeah, there's a whole list of good games that I could play on here. I even could play Genshin Impact. I've thought about it. It's kind of like a Breath of the Wild spin-off too. It's more of a multiplayer version of it though, so you can play with friends, which is kind of cool. But I think between Genshin Impact and Craptopia, I'd sooner play Craptopia just because, honestly, it's got a better playing style. So I'd rather play it. But like I said, guys, if there's anything you guys want to see on the channel, I want to know now in the videos, in the comments right now. If there's something you guys want to see, please tell me. Like, it'll help me a lot to know what you guys want to watch. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video here. If you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, click on the bell down below to let you know when I upload videos to YouTube. Also, be sure to leave a comment, multiple comments if you have to. Let me know what you guys want to see. I need to know ASAP. But that's going to have to do it for me, guys. So I'll see all of your beautiful faces in the next video. Bye, guys.